Have you ever wondered why certain couples are really successful? Well, I think it's because the couples who play together stay together. And I'm very excited to introduce two men who created a puzzle. It's called Solve and Smile. Welcome to the show, John Weil and Chris D'Amico.
Hi.
This is just such a neat thing that you did. You worked together, and this puzzle shows up in the PD Monday through Saturday. It's the diversion section, right?
Yes, Monday through Saturday.
I want you to first tell us about how you created this, because you're friends. It kind of strengthened your friendship, didn't
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's one of the great things, and the relationships that have resulted from this puzzle just continue to grow deeper
Really?
and deeper and deeper.
it? So tell me a little bit about the puzzle. I know we have a graphic to show of how this works. It's actually 3-in-1 puzzles, kind of, isn't it?
It's a classic double acrostic, which
There we go. We
is
got
a
it up
grid
on
with a quotation in it and clues beneath it.
Okay.
And you fill out the clues, and they're numbered.
Okay.
And then you place the letters from the clues into the grid, and eventually you get a quotation. It's always a humorous quotation, and most of the time it's by a famous person like Demetri Martin or Steve Martin or Stephen Wright.
Okay, so here we have a picture of somebody has already filled in the little, I call them the hangman blanks.
Right.
Okay, and they put them in the box. So now they've got to look at, and it spells out a quote. Now,
You filled in a few clues, and all of the letters in the clues correspond to one of the boxes in the quote. And you fill it in, and you have that, you quote, and you work back and forth from the quote to the clues, clues to the quote, and finally you wind up with the final result, the final joke that is the payoff for the quote.
and then, but this is the thing that really blows my mind. What's the last thing you can do?
Well,
The initial letters of the answers of all the clues spell out the name of the person who wrote the joke.
How?
So,
Help me.
There's your joke. My wife thinks I'm too nosy. At least that's what she wrote in her diary. And the author of the joke is a very funny comic named Drake Sather. Do you have the whole clues filled out?
I'm not sure if they've got the
I know
Drake.
you do.
Yeah, yeah. Well, but the point is you figured out how to create this so that the person who gave the quote, oh, there it is, Drake.
The
Drake
highlighted
Sather.
letters, the first letters of the answers of all the clues is Drake Sather, the comic
I
who
mean,
wrote the
like,
joke.
how bright are these people? Okay, I don't even know how you created this so that it's all makes sense. And how do you?
It's an established format for a puzzle. It's
Okay.
in just about every puzzle magazine you look at.
Oh, I
And
see.
John has developed it so that we have short quotes that are a little easier than the master acrostics that you find in most of the puzzles, but still have a great payoff because it'll start your day with a joke in
Yes.
your morning paper.
Start your day with a joke, and a lot of times the joke is by somebody that you don't even consider funny. But people say funny things all the time.
Right, right.
Sometimes unintentionally.
Now, Chris, I remember you telling me, is it your sister? And tell that story, because this is
On
cool.
its face, a puzzle would seem to be the ultimate in a solitary pastime, but my sister and brother-in-law, who have been married 40 years, long time, every morning, they wake up in the morning, they fire up the coffee, they solve the morning puzzle in the Cleveland Plain Dealer, and now John's puzzle because it's awesome. And then it's something they do together, and more people than just them do the puzzles together.
I just got an email from a couple in Cleveland that does them together. They said they've been married 30 years. They say the first thing they do is sit down and together they solve this puzzle. And thank you very much.
What I love about this is it utilizes your cognitive ability. Often in a relationship, we don't always do that. You know what I mean? We're doing a lot of emotional stuff, but this is about intellectual matter.
Absolutely. It's a way to exercise it. You were saying earlier about how Dick does these perfectly all the time and you're lost. But I'll bet when Dick tells you what the answer to a question is, you immediately recognize it as the right answer. So it's not something you didn't know. It's just something you forgot.
Oh,
or something, doing the puzzles help you develop the skills in your memory to tap into those things that you didn't even know you knew.
And practice makes perfect.
Absolutely.
And we can practice it because it shows up Monday through Saturday in the PD. Love it. Thank you both so much for
Thank
being on
you,
the show.
Kat.
This was
And
great fun.
Pull out your newspaper and do this. It's really good stuff. Stay tuned because we've got another segment coming up.
Next, what is your mate worth to you? And what are you worth to your mate? We'll help you even out your relationship. Then, he won't dance, don't ask him. Coach Kathy steps out with advice for a wallflower wife.